Welcome everyone. Episode 2 in the nosebleeds. We're off to a pretty good start. We're working on getting it posted, but this one should be exciting. We should have some viewers in here asking some questions, giving us some feedback, giving their own opinions, which we will completely disregard because we don't give a shit what you think, but we'll pretend to. Um, yeah. So I'll give it a second, give people a chance to get in here. I know I've got people texting me. When are we going to be live? It's all Jack's fault.
Yeah, I had a
I don't
little
know
little malware issue I had to resolve.
what happened. We had some technical difficulties,
Yeah,
but
you know
here we
how like
are.
humans get STDs? My computer had an STD for a second.
Yeah, it happens. Anyway, yeah, welcome to our three early viewers. Let us know if you have any questions. Let us know if you want us to talk about anything specific. But we'll go right in. I'm gonna start with Zach because Zach has just been amped up for this all day.
So fucking
He's
annoying.
fired up. He's ready to go. And I know he's a big Dak guy. So I'd like to start with Dak because personally I'm not a big Dak guy. And from what I saw yesterday, I don't know how anybody could be. But we'll get into that. Zach, you go first because you love you some Dak Prescott.
So we're going to talk about the game, or we're going to talk about Dak Prescott specifically.
Both, but I just want to you know state that Dak is not him. But you go ahead.
Well, first off, I want to say that I never thought like, oh my goodness, like this guy's going to be a top five quarterback or anything. But I do think that he gets a lot of criticism when he shouldn't. But he did not have a good game yesterday. It was awful. It was awful. Um, But I don't think you can blame that all on Dak. You can't blame it all on Dak. You really can't. Tony Pollard went down, and I don't think that Mike McCarthy should be there next year. I think you should let Dan Quinn take the spot.
That was the weirdest play I've ever seen on the last play. Not that you don't really expect to score on a play like that. You're kind of hoping for a miracle. I don't know what that was. I don't like Mike McCarthy. I hope Tony Pollard gets healthy. When he officially broke his leg. Um,
Dak did also force that one interception when he tried to throw it to CD Lamb. It was a good pass, just not a good decision.
Dak is not good.
Sure, they'll be back. They'll be back. They'll be back.
Okay. Dak is back. Dak and the boys are back next year. That's a hot take. I'm gonna disagree. I'm sick of Dak. I'm sick of the Cowboys. The Giants next year going to be a big factor in that division. And the Commanders, Sam Howell. I'm not saying he's going to necessarily start. I think they could do well if he does. Give me a Jack. Tell me what you thought about that game. If I assume you saw it, defensive battle, interceptions by Dak, crazy
Hilarious.
play calls.
It was very
Yeah,
very funny
I liked
seeing
it
Dak
too.
Prescott crash and burn like always because he's not a good
Too
quarterback.
many opportunities. Too many opportunities.
Sorry, what was that? I can't hear you.
He had too many capital. He had too many times he should have capitalized and he didn't. I will give him that. I will give you that.
Hmm. He's not a good quarterback. Sorry.
Still got to credit the 49ers defense, though. You still have to credit the 49ers defense.
And McCaffrey.
I did want to talk about that too. McCaffrey didn't have his best game ever. He got a lot of touches, which is what they're going to do. But when he consistently gets the ball, even though they were only getting 3, 4 yards of play, and the Cowboys do have a great defense too, so they had their game plan. Um, it just wore him out. You give it to him, he had like what 20 something touches, and then Debo's fresh, Kittle is fresh, Ayuk is fresh. It really opens everything up. Um, 49ers are really good. They absolutely deserve to win that game, especially Dak playing the way he did. Um, yeah, I did. Tony Pollard being out definitely hurt because you could see from the beginning of the game that was the game plan. It wasn't Zeke. We'll see where they go from here. Um, Zach, tell me what you saw in the Jags Chiefs game and what that Mahomes injury means for them going forward.
That Mahomes injury is the reason why they will not be playing for a Super Bowl spot. Joe Burrow looks way too good, and when your quarterback's not healthy, just you can't even think about competing against him. How about the Jaguars though? Huh, had a little rough game there. A little rough game. What do you
Uh,
think, Austin?
yeah, I mean, I think I predicted about a 10-point game, right?
All right.
I think I predicted about a 10-point game. I
Yeah,
was
but
hopeful.
you didn't predict Mahomes would be on one leg.
I also didn't predict Chad Henne having like the easiest 99-yard drive I've ever seen. But the I don't think the Jaguars played a bad game. I think it was always going to be an uphill battle. You're playing in Kansas City. It's snowing. It's cold. They're used to Jacksonville weather. They they were never going to win that game, but
Jack,
they
what do you
stayed in
think?
it. Do what?
What do you think, Jack? Tell me, what do you think about Trevor's performance?
Um, kind of what I expected. But I will say I expected worse from him. I
I
did.
did too.
But I thought he did fairly well.
He had two plays. Kirk dropping that 65-yard pass that could have
He
made it a
overthrew him.
17-14 game
He
going into
overthrew
halftime.
him. He overthrew him.
Do you need me to see the video, or are you just listening
I
to
just
Collinsworth?
watched. Oh, I don't listen to Chris Collinsworth.
I saw like 8 TikToks that night where everybody was saying, "Why is Collinsworth saying this was an overthrow?" It literally went through his hands. I can
He
send
had
you
to,
the video.
nah, he overthrew that just a little bit. He overthrew it just a little bit. It's still not bad, but he still overthrew it just a little bit.
That ball should have been caught. And Agnew doesn't fumble on the 3-yard line. That's a different game. Um, it was still probably too late.
I think it was a little too late at that point.
Yeah, but you never know. They did it against the Chargers. I think a couple of plays go their way, but they didn't. They're still a couple years away. Um, I think they've got. We've actually got chat chiming in. Bro, it hit his hands. Hitting hands isn't an overthrow. I'll leave that with you, Mur.
Who said that?
It's extreme underscore. Abs the Crab is calling for Pooch to turn up his microphone volume.
Did he watch it live? Did he watch it live when they said, "Oh my goodness, I'm so shocked that he overthrew the guy"? I did not expect an overthrow. Watch the game.
I watched it. It was pretty clear to me that it went straight through his hands. I don't know how that can be an overthrow, but
He was diving to go get it, and it went through it. No, no. He overthrew him.
you're just a big Christian Kirk guy. It's okay.
I am a big Christian Kirk guy. You want to know why? Because he is so good, and I called that. The only thing that he's overpaid. That's it.
Because he doesn't make catches like that. If he did, he'd be worth it. Anyway,
So
what about this
I have
Mahomes
to
injury?
address something that Murdo, you're really gonna enjoy. So perk those ears. Yeah, I mean you're not gonna enjoy it. So Gavin said in chat, Dak's football ability is equivalent to Zach's golfing ability. What are your thoughts on that?
Whoa.
What in what context?
I guess all around. I don't know.
Hey, let the criticism fly. Dak gets overly criticized too. I could see myself in that position, so I don't really see that that was a different thought. I think that it was perfectly valid.
Okay. I was just
I think that
checking
was
in.
valid.
Okay. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here to correlate.
No, I think that was perfectly valid.
Okay. Bro, Dak does an interception per game. At least he's consistent.
Ah,
That is true.
Let's get back into the game. What does this mean with Mahomes his ankle injury? I want you to go in a little bit more. Just saying they're not gonna win this game because I still think they have a chance. Mahomes on one leg is still a pretty solid quarterback when he's got Kelsey to throw to.
from what I saw, it was too hard. But I'll let Jack go first. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Jack.
Jack, tell me what you think.
It definitely changes their chances, I will say. I don't think Mahomes should play, honestly. Well, hold on. How bad was his injury? Did they come out and say
Sprained ankle?
High sprain.
Okay, so I mean, he'll play. Okay, I thought it was more serious than that. It definitely affects their Super Bowl chances. Do I think they're gonna go to the Super Bowl? No. But I think.
Oh yeah, but like why? Like Austin said, you kind of got to dive in a little bit.
Well, now Mahomes is gonna be limited, so like that kind of.
100%.
Granted, he's not that mobile. He can be, but even if I don't see what Zach what.
He makes a lot of things happen with his feet that you don't recognize. Are you serious? He makes
Right.
a ton of stuff.
With a sprained ankle, is he doing that?
I've never seen Patrick Mahomes throw a screen pass in the dirt.
When he's healthy.
Yeah, he's not going to do that when he's healthy.
So what are we arguing about?
I thought you said that he wasn't a mobile quarterback when he's healthy.
No.
He absolutely.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's so great because he makes something happen
out of nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Let's lead into the team they're going to play and what they did to the Bills, which, by the way, I couldn't have been more on top of. The Bengals are a fantastic team. The Bills are not. They have so many weaknesses. I don't care if one player was injured. The Bengals had 3 offensive linemen missing. Burrow had all day to do whatever he wanted to do, and Mixon ran all over them on their home field. I don't want to hear any more about Josh Allen the rest of the offseason. I'm sick of it. Josh Allen was a turnover machine all year, and you know why they didn't win yesterday? Because he was scared to turn it over, so he didn't play the way he plays when he's good. And until he can figure out the mental side of it, I don't want to hear any more about it. I'm sick of the Bills talk. But Joe Burrow and Chase and that whole offense, Hayden Hurst had a great game. They're going to put up some points next weekend. And Mahomes is going to have to make a couple plays. You know, he'll get his shots that they give, but he's going to have to do something because right now I don't see any way they stop the Bengals. Bengals beat them earlier in the year. They seem to be as hot as can be right now. I think another quick preview. I'll dive into the game more and we'll go into it more in depth later this week. But there's I don't necessarily see that game being close right now. I think the Bengals might get to 40.
Okay, I got a little hot take here. Cam Newton, in his prime, was better than Josh Allen.
How much time do we have left?
Allen can't make a Super Bowl with all that talent. Ooh, okay, Aaron's onto something. Cam did make a Super Bowl with fast food cooks at wide receivers. That is true.
Who is commenting? Who?
Aaron.
Okay, y'all have had your time. This is outrageous. Name one defensive player on the team that is named Luke Kuechly.
Well, I'm sure you thought Von Miller was better. during Luke Kuechly's
Guess
era.
what? He didn't play. He didn't play. He didn't play, and we were just talking about that on Undisputed this morning. Von Miller changes the game. No, sir. No. This Panthers stuff. I'm a Panthers fan, but I'm not delirious. I'm on the show. There's no way that Cam Newton can do anything that Josh Allen even thinks about doing. If he could, we would not have. We would have at least one Super Bowl. We would have at least one Super Bowl. 100%. These hot takes, I don't know, they're in a different region. That was awful. That was awful. Awful.
Then why doesn't Josh Allen?
Why does Josh Allen what?
This is from Gavin. Then why doesn't Allen? Why doesn't he make Super Bowl? Why doesn't he win one? You know.
Well, he's got plenty of time to do it.
I know, but if we're thinking about what did every
You just went over it. Exactly what you said is correct. Exactly what you said is correct. He didn't play the same football that he wanted to because he almost lost against the Dolphins. He really did. Like everybody thought that he would. But you've also got to remember, hey, they paid Von Miller all that money and he got hurt, and you can't make up for all these injuries and stuff. But it seems like, I don't know, that was a huge thing.
They only scored 10 points.
Next question.
Let's go. I got J-Bunk in chat. And we can lead into this game, or kind of revisit it because we went through quick. We mostly talked about the Cowboys. Purdy or Brady?
Purdy.
Yeah, he wants to. I don't know if he knows, but Mert is going to get really fired up about this one, and I'm not going to say I take Brock Purdy over Tom Brady.
Who said that?
John, my roommate. He's in chat. Bonk got a bag, and he wants you to give him a bag about Brady right now. I think he
John,
must.
hey,
Purdy getting sturdy.
Go ahead.
Goddamn right.
John, if you put Tom Brady on the San Francisco 49ers, they are not only a number 1 seed, but they are winning the Super Bowl. That's all I need to say. I mean, that's really all I need to say.
Hey, Gavin just brought up a really, really good argument. Brady's too busy kissing his son. What are your thoughts on that? No comment?
Ignore that one. I'm
no
not really gonna. Yeah, no comment on that one.
Yeah, I think the 49ers would be the Super Bowl favorite if they had Tom Brady, but I'm also not saying they're not Super Bowl favorite.
No, they're definitely not the Super Bowl favorite.
They have got a very tough challenge this upcoming week. The Eagles, which I'll give credit to Pooch on this one.
That's the Poochie attitude.
I mean, that wasn't even a game. It looked like they were playing a college team.
Which was 3 points off from predicting it. I will give him that. 38-10, but it was actually 38-7. I will give him that. That's crazy.
Hey, we just got a massive follow from the main man, Harrison Rowland. Shout out,
Harrison,
man.
what is that, dog? Appreciate you joining us.
Every follow we get, we each take off.
That's the Poochie attitude. Do that again.
Another one.
One clothing item.
One clothing item.
Yep, let him know.
I'm gonna start with my socks.
There was actually a request in chat earlier for me to take my shirt off, so we get enough people in here, I'll make that happen.
Really?
I believe that was Gavin.
Oh, okay.
Back to my game.
Yeah, please, sir.
I fucking read like a book. Go Birds. Fly high. Hurts is MVP of the Super Bowl. They're going all the way.
Are you saying the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl?
I am. Right here and now. Philadelphia will be champions.
They look pretty good. They look pretty good.
They're going to outlast the 49ers, and they will beat the Bengals. Yeah.
Anybody know the line on that game Sunday? Let's check it. I want to see what Vegas is thinking.
TOS, don't do that. Keep the shirts on. Eagles are so ass. Dude, Aaron, no, they're not. 21-17, 49ers. Write it down. Wow. Dish out some locks. Hey, that's Austin's department.
You guys want some locks? Eagles are 2.5-point favorites. 145 on the money line.
Poochie attitude. Do that again.
That plus 125 money line for the 49ers is looking pretty solid.
I saw a TikTok prediction from 2019 saying the Eagles would win the Super Bowl this year. That's good comms out of you, Abigail.
Yeah, I know. She needs to get in that note doc.
Yeah.
Give us something to work with here. I like that.
Roquan Smith.
Purdy 400 plus passing yards is a lock. Yep. I will be sure to lock that one in for this upcoming Sunday.
Until you put something in the doc, you can't criticize the doc.
The doc is not correct. We got the doc figured out. Let's not get into the doc. We had drama about the doc. And the Bengals are actually a 1-point favorite right now over the Chiefs in Kansas City. So, how do you guys feel about that? I mean, I think I know how you feel about it. You already said you think the Bengals are going to win. I think both of the games are going to be extremely close. These are definitely the 4 best teams in the NFL, and pretty much were all year. It's going to be exciting.
I'm thinking the opposite. I think the Chiefs get railed.
Yeah, I just said that too. I think unless Mahomes gets a lot better by Sunday, the Bengals could score 30-something points because they're going to have short fields. I mean, they pretty much score every time, it seems like, when they're on their game, and they're on their game right now. Yeah, I think that could be like right now before we get more updates on Mahomes, I'm going to say a 33-17 win for the Bengals. That's kind of bold. They're just so good. They had their way with the Bills yesterday.
Joe Snow Part 2. Fuck yeah. Ginola anytime scores. You're so stupid.
Soccer locks in chat. Let's go on to a big topic that we've just been building up all day long. Let's talk about the Baltimore Ravens. Let's talk about that.
That's not
What do you want to get into? You want to get into soccer a little bit?
No. You guys talk about Roquan Smith. I know it's eating at Zach.
Zach is a big Roquan Smith fan. He's got a
fucking
lot of
hell.
details about his new
Roquan
contract
Smith.
for us. And then while we're on the Ravens, we can talk about what they're going to do with Lamar, what Lamar is going to do.
Let's talk about the Kramer Cup.
Yeah, go ahead and start off, Murray.
Well, the Kramer Cup is actually coming up. It'll be in June this year, so look out for that, boys. We'll live stream that.
We'll be live.
We will be live. We will be live during that. But let's talk about Roquan Smith. 5-year, $100 million. And this is a big deal because this dictates how much they can actually pay Lamar Jackson. $45 million guaranteed. And what do you guys think? I think that they still might be able to afford Lamar, but maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think they can afford him because who else is on that team? Fucking who are they paying? What's that receiver's name that they they got hurt this year? The young guy. Can't think of him because he's pretty shit, just like every other receiver they have. But I mean, who are they paying? Orlando Brown. He's gone, right? He's on.
They're paying Ronnie Staley, Marlon Humphrey, top 5 corner. Mark Andrews is getting a decent amount. But yeah.
Yeah, they can afford Lamar. But does he want to stay there? That's the thing. Or does he want to go to a team that's more equipped to win now? Because I know the Ravens have got a great defense, but they need to they need to give him some help on the offense. You know, even when he played this year, they weren't scoring much. And with Roquan Smith eating up all that money, I don't know if they got room to
Roquan
bring
Smith will be a $13.5 million cap hit in 2024.
Okay,
I'm just
that's not
saying,
bad.
no, it's not bad. I think that they've done a good job with that. I think Roquan Smith brings a certain toughness to your defense. He replacing C.J. Mosley. I wish they had re-signed him. Look at what he's doing with the Jets. But
Yeah.
I also think Lamar could go to the
Shock
Jets.
brought him up.
I really. What'd you say?
Shock you brought him up. That's all I said.
Yeah. Hey. Great middle linebacker. Great middle linebacker.
If anybody wants to guess where C.J. Mosley played, I'll give you $3,000 in chat. First person to guess it. Um, yeah, I personally think Lamar's going to leave. I don't know where he goes, but you know, we think if we think of the teams that need a quarterback, we'll start with the hometown heroes. I'm gonna give you a really hot take and say Lamar is not going to play for the Carolina Panthers.
I don't think he would go to the Carolina Panthers if we paid him almost Mahomes money.
No, he would because.
Oh, okay, now you're just saying shit.
Dude.
Ding ding ding, Aaron, put your Venmo in chat. I'll give you 4,000. Actually.
Actually, Zach Carr said it first.
Sorry. Yeah, Zach Carr. Venmo in chat.
He had to look that one up, I bet. I think he did. There's no way he knew that.
I think Lamar could be an interesting fit with the Commanders.
Yes.
With McLaurin and
that defense just almost.
Yeah, they've got a good defense. I mean, they were that whole division's pretty good. If they get Lamar, that really elevates them.
100%. The Commanders are a quarterback away from being a contender. You heard it here first.
Panthers? Oh, I agree, but I also think that they are a couple players away from being a playoff team with Sam Darnold.
I'm talking about the Commanders, not the Panthers.
Oh, I thought you said the Panthers.
We have like 5 years before we're even thinking about the playoffs.
No.
Who does?
The Panthers.
They'll be back next year.
You're right.
So
yeah,
what?
that's what
8 and 9, or they're gonna go 7.
We'll win the NFC South.
Get your Venmos out. I don't. I'm not gonna go into this again. Now you're just. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I could agree with you on the Commanders if they had a Lamar or like an Aaron Rodgers if he wants to leave. Throw into McLaurin and who's that guy from Chapel Hill? You know who I'm talking about? Deep threat they have.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. LaMelo Ball.
Murda hit me with it.
Good comment.
LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
Denzel
Yeah,
Smith
LaMelo.
is even bigger.
LaMelo Ball. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
What?
I'm getting his name now. I apologize
Yeah,
to
I
him
know.
for forgetting his name 'cause he's a good player. You know, he's got all the makings you need to be a good receiver in the NFL. De'Ami Brown, and they've got Dotson too that they took last year. So you know, you give them a good quarterback to work with. They've
No, I'll be honest. I didn't know about De'Ami Brown.
Question from Zach Carr. Austin, my Texans are 13-0 in my Madden rebuild. Do you think that's a possibility going into next season? I see another comment that I will not get into. No, I don't think that's a possibility.
I can't even see the comments. I just have to hear them from them, and then
last time you have to go to Twitch.
yeah, we're good. But I have to put everybody in their place. It's actually more fun this way, I feel like.
Yeah, no, I don't think the Texans will start off 13-0 next year. I think they have lots of issues. Um, yeah, no. Good comment though. I like that you're grinding the franchise. I actually just got Madden last week myself. I'm rebuilding the Jags currently.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, how about the Commanders draft pick? Okay. Brian Brise will probably fall to them because Deron Payne is going to be getting a bag in free agency, one of the best D tackles in the NFL. Um, I don't think that Brian Brise can replace him, but it's close enough.
Who's Brian Brise? Actually, I'm confused about who that is.
Oh, that's not his name. I thought you corrected me last week.
Brizzy. Brian.
Brizzy.
He's a great player. If they had him on that defensive line, that'd be a pretty good defense. With Riverboat Ron calling the plays, get out of here. Fourth down conversions all day long. Lamar running that offense.
It would definitely be an upgrade. But I think that he stays in Baltimore. I think he stays in Baltimore.
We'll see. Yeah, Harrison, we'll get into that later in the episode. We'll give you a rundown of the Big South Conference regional qualifiers later. Let's go to Aaron Rodgers. Jack, what do you think he does next year? You think he retires? I saw him on the Pat McAfee show. You know, he's kind of an interesting personality. I like him. I think he's funny. You can never tell what he's really thinking.
Because he's on acid?
He said,
Yeah.
to what?
Just because he's on acid?
Yeah, maybe. He said, if the Packers are going into a rebuild, I will not be a part of it, but that's up to the front office. To me, that seems like he's saying, I'll be seeing you, but what do you think?
Are you asking me if he's going to retire or trade?
Or just what do you think he's going to do next year?
I don't think he'll retire. I think he will stay. Why? I don't know. Why does he want to be part of a rebuild?
Because he's past his prime. He's like, or not. I wouldn't even say he's past his prime. He's still pretty good, but when he wants to win Super Bowls, he's not going to stick around and say, let's draft another backup quarterback to replace me in 3 years. Like, I want to be on a team that's all in to win.
Yeah, I think he deserves it. If he leaves, he'll go to I think he'll go to a good, I guess a contender, but I don't really know where that would be. I can't think of.
I'm thinking Commanders, Jets, 2 interesting fits.
So wherever Lamar doesn't go.
Yeah, I could kind of see, because a lot of people talk about Lamar going to the Jets. Them kind of just both filling out those other teams, and Packers go with Jordan Love. Ravens, they play Tyler Huntley, I guess. But I could see Rodgers or Lamar going to one of those 2 teams and making them a very serious contender next year.
Yeah, I could see it. Or the Panthers.
I'm off the Zach Wilson train. I was actually one that was never on it. But Zach Wilson is not an NFL quarterback.
No, but he's him, though.
All right. Well, you can tell us why off stream. We're trying to be a little PG.
That's true. Zach Wilson had sex with a MILF.
Okay. There it is. Well, all right. Thanks for listening, guys. We're going to have to edit this out. What do you think, Murda? Where's A-Rod?
I've been waiting. I'm waiting. I've got a couple notes here. Packers are over the salary cap by $15 million this year. If they trade Rodgers, they cut $16 million. I don't predict that he'll retire because he'll lose so much guaranteed money as well. So I think that they trade him this year. Going back to what Austin was talking about the Pat McAfee show, he's been saying that for so long. He has no idea what he wants. Okay. But I think that they're just going to get so tired of him that they're going to trade him. And the teams that I've got him going to, possibilities, are the Raiders, go back to Devontae, in a new offensive scheme with Josh McDaniels. That would be crazy. The Jets, not a bad fit if Lamar doesn't go there. The Ravens, you've got to think they still need a quarterback.
Yeah.
And the Patriots, I think that they could do a jump at him. And also the Titans, put him with Derrick Henry for a year, see what happens to the AFC. It's like a jolt of lightning.
No.
Like a jolt of lightning.
You lost me.
Yeah,
No.
that's it.
I'm telling you.
Okay, we got an interesting comment from Derek Carr's brother, Zachary Carr. Austin, this one's directed to you, my man, so I'm going to let you take the stage on this one. Austin, I'm hanging out with a girl tonight, and I've never talked to a female in my life. Any advice?
Zach, have you ever seen the TikToks where it says "let him cook"? Basically, just follow those rules. You know, I don't know how quick you can move with that meniscus tear you've got going on, but do what you can. Look up the "let him cook" TikToks. I know you've seen it. I've seen a couple of your TikToks too, by the way. Which I always enjoy. Anyway, let's get back in the nosebleeds.
What are we doing here? All right, so we've done the quarterback scenarios. What'd you say?
Let's get back up in the nosebleeds. Let's talk about some sports.
I like
Okay,
that.
well, let's run through a quick mock draft because we've all kind of went through the quarterback scenarios, and let's go to a quick mock draft. What do we think here? Everybody, pull it up, unless you've got it memorized.
You want me to be really bold, get the viewers fired up, or you want me to? Just
I want everybody to get fired up. What do you think?
Fired up. The Bears trade Justin Fields to the Saints, and they take Bryce Young.
To the Saints? The Saints don't have a first-round pick.
They can get something for him. You asked me to. You said get fired up. I'm fired up. I'm telling you.
I could see it.
Bryce Young
see
is
it,
better
but I don't.
than Justin Fields.
We don't know that.
I'm telling you.
I think it's true too, but we don't know.
I'm telling you. I know. I've seen it.
Yeah, the Philly has the New Orleans pick at 10, right behind Carolina.
They've got picks in upcoming years. I'll give you that. And I say the Texans take C.J. Stroud, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but they're taking a quarterback. They're gonna take a quarterback. I think they played.
They might be taking another quarterback next year then.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get into that too, if I'm any of these teams, I'm waiting until 2024. Other than Bryce Young.
Even then,
I can agree with. Really,
I'm taking Caleb Williams or Drake May over anybody but Bryce Young in this, and even those two I could possibly take over Bryce Young, but Stroud, Levis, Anthony Richardson, no. Personally, I don't want the Panthers to take a quarterback because I'd rather have one of the guys next year. But I could see the Panthers at 9 taking an Anthony Richardson, somebody who, because new coach, you always got to think about the new coach and what they want. the Texans are going to have a new coach, and the new coach is going to insist they have a new quarterback. The Panthers are going to have a new coach. He's probably not going to want Darnold. Um, the Cardinals, I won't get into Kyler Murray because I think that might also upset Zach. I'm not the biggest Kyler Murray guy.
Why would that upset me?
I just feel like you're a big Kyler Murray guy.
What do you think, Jack? Yeah. What do you think about the mock draft?
Well,
You have it pulled up?
I keep thinking about what Austin said about the whole Justin Fields thing. And that has me thinking about Bryce Young. I don't. Yeah, Bryce Young's the only. I think Bryce Young's the only quarterback that's going to amount to something in this draft. But even then, I don't. I'm just worried about what the Panthers do. Because I just have no idea what they're gonna do.
What about for the fans' sake? You've got to be like top 10. You've got to be concerned with at least the top 10.
I'm concerned about picks 1 through 8.
And 9.
Well, yeah, but mainly 1 through 8.
Let's look past quarterbacks though, and just say, Zach, go through really quick top 10. Who is each team going to take? Just no trading picks. Just who's each team going to take where they're at.
Bears are going to take Will Anderson. If there's no trades, the Texans are going to obviously take Bryce Young. The Cardinals. That's tough. That is so tough. I think that they'll probably either take Jalen Carter or Miles Murphy. They've got a lot of people are saying Bijan Robinson, but I don't see it. Colts, I do without trades, but I still think if they don't have to trade, then they.
Bijan Robinson is the running back for the Commanders. Is that what you meant to say?
No. I'm talking about the guy from Texas.
Oh, wait. What's the who's the Commanders running back? What's his Brian Robinson. My bad. Yeah. No, he's not going that early.
Yeah. And then Seattle will draft somebody in defense. The Lions will draft somebody as well, I think, on defense. Maybe another option, but they do have Jameson Williams coming back, so I think that they'll figure something out. If I'm the Raiders, I'm going for offensive line and searching for a quarterback somewhere else. The Falcons have so many holes at defense. I would wait on the quarterback. And if I'm the Panthers, I'm trading back. Even though we said no trades, they should wholeheartedly trade back if they don't want a quarterback. Unless they want to go offensive line or defense, which is a safe bet.
I mean, I feel like if the Panthers were at a point where they could get like Ringo or Smith from South Carolina, a top cornerback, because I think Horn and Jackson are good, but we saw what happened to them when they're not there, and it's a nightmare. You got to re-sign Josh Norman for one game. Like, that is ridiculous. So I think that should be the main focus. One of their biggest needs is tight end, but I'm gonna ride with Pooch's boy Tommy Tremble till the cows come home. I don't need a tight end. But that would be interesting though. Say you take a Michael Mayer at 9.
With no quarterback.
Dude, tight ends, man. You look at the teams that are really good. They've got tight ends that make plays. Schultz makes plays. Goddard makes plays. Kelsey, Hurst, Kittle.
Prescott, Hurts, all three of the San Francisco. I mean, and Kyle Shanahan, Patrick Mahomes, and Jay. Dude, yeah, you got to name the quarterback as well. I'm sorry, you can't put Sam Darnold in the equation and expect Michael Mayer to prosper.
Tight end's a tight end.
No.
Really?
Really.
Mark Andrews.
He has Lamar Jackson throwing to him. I'm not saying you can't be good without a quarterback. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that
That's kind of
in a
sounds like what you're
situ-
saying.
No, it's not. In a situation like Carolina, where we have to run the ball on a lot, and we don't have a quarterback. We don't have any foundation. You're not going to develop. You're not going to develop as well. Even then, like everybody's talking about DJ Moore is not as good. Dude, DJ Moore is phenomenal. You just got to get somebody who can get him the ball. We've talked about this.
He's still the only consistent offensive weapon.
I realize that, but I think that he could be so much better if you have a quarterback. I mean, I know that he would be.
Well, here's an idea from Zach Carr. Panthers take Chase Bryce at number 9.
Right.
The Clemson, Duke, and Appalachian State legend, who's been in college since I was like 6. I mean, you can't deny his ability when he comes in for Trevor Lawrence against Syracuse in 2018. I mean, the guy is just obviously a top 10 talent.
Remember
But
when?
in all seriousness, no, Chase Bryce will not be a top 10 pick, Zach.
It kind of reminds me. You remember when the Panthers drafted Armani Edwards out of Appalachian State? I feel like if we did that with Chase Bryce, it would end up a lot like that.
Remember when the Panthers drafted Jimmy Clausen? Here's a good question.
What did we-
that will actually spark a good
I think
topic.
we wanted to tank.
Let's switch to college because we've got Murr who wants to talk about something in college, and I'll get to that in a second. But I want to talk about 2 things first, and then I'll let Z Murr go on his Nick Saban Kirby Smart tangent. He is desperate.
I want to hear from Jack as well. I want to hear from Jack
I'm gonna
as
give
well.
You don't want to. If you, go ahead, Zach.
I'm gonna give Jack something to work with. Sam Hartman at Notre Dame.
Yeah, good.
Where does that put Notre Dame this year? I know what I think, but I want to hear what you think. Second year, Marcus Freeman. He's got a year under his belt. He's got a great quarterback. I love Sam Hartman, who has also been in college since we were 4 years old.
You're asking me or Zach?
I'm asking you.
Jack.
Oh, I think you said Zach. We got another tough schedule ahead. I'm sorry, not we, Notre Dame. I think.
Oh yeah, you can't say we.
I think we. We'll be in the playoff. Yeah. Yeah. Marcus Freeman, he's not fucking around this year. We're Notre Dame top 5.
Got to be top 4 though.
Top 5. Yeah, you got to be top 4.
All right, then 1.
Okay.
Number 1, really? Number 1.
Zach, what do you
Realistic.
think? What do you think they do with Sam Hartman?
Oh, I've got their schedule pulled up. I'll tell you their record right now.
Go game by game.
Well, they'll beat Navy. They'll beat Tennessee State. They'll beat the Wolfpack. Tough game against my Central Michigan Chippewas, but I think they'll pull it out. 4-0. The Buckeyes. I don't really know what all they've got coming in. I could see them winning that game, actually, because I think, Stroud's going pro. I think that they'll win that game. All right, 5-0. They'll beat the Duke Blue Devils. I hope so. They'll beat the Louisville. They will lose against the USC Trojans. They will lose to the USC Trojans. There's one loss.
Oh my
Pittsburgh.
God.
Los Angeles.
Pittsburgh Panthers. They'll beat them, and they
Where's
will
that game?
lose. Where?
USC.
Oh,
where's that game?
it's in South Bend. That's in South Bend.
Okay, then I'm gonna give that one to Notre Dame.
Wow. Okay. And they'll lose to Clemson. They're not going to beat Clemson twice in 1 year, they're not going to beat Clemson back-to-back years. They'll beat Wake Forest and they'll beat the Stanford Cardinals. They will be a total. Oh yeah, Cardinals. Well, yeah, Cardinal. I've got him at 2 losses this year. Sorry, Jack. I've got him at 2 losses, possibly 3. You've got a tough schedule.
Brutal schedule.
Brutal schedule. There's
I
no
tell
way
you,
y'all finish out 1.
that trip to Raleigh early in the year is not going to be an easy game.
Uh, I still
think
feel
Notre
like they
Dame
win.
will win, but that's not going to be an easy game. Notre Dame's got such a hard schedule. I don't know how they managed to pull off getting Ohio State and Clemson on the schedule in the same year, but
And USC. Well, they do play USC. Okay.
while we're
That's
on
the
the topic
Poochie
of
attitude.
Clemson
Do
beating
that
them,
again.
I wanted to ask you guys what you think of Garrett Riley and Dabo's big hire. The offense has struggled for a couple years. Cade Klubnik gets the whole offseason to be the number one guy. And they've got TCU's play caller who made Max Duggan a Heisman finalist, a top 10 offense in every category. Points and yards wise, I think they were 16th rushing, 9th passing team. I think it'll be interesting to see. I just wanted to know what you guys think about that.
Let's talk about the Big 12. Go ahead, Jack.
Sorry, I completely forgot about Belmont's own Sullivan Absher. There's a comment about him and about if he's gonna make an impact. I do, Harrison. I do. What was your question, Zach?
Well, it was actually Austin's question. He's wanting to know what do you think about the new offensive coordinator at Clemson and what that does for their new quarterback.
What new offensive coordinator? I didn't know Clemson got a new offensive
Jack.
coordinator. Who?
Dabo went out and hired TCU's offensive coordinator, who was Lincoln Riley's younger brother. Fun fact.
Uh-oh. With
I think he's-
Klubnik? Oh gosh.
I think it's going to be
Wait, that's scary.
very, very exciting
That's scary.
to watch that team next year.
Okay, I did not see that at all, but that's very interesting. Wow.
He's already the 5th highest paid assistant in college football. Dabo is giving him the keys to the offense, and he's saying, hey, I know what I've been trying to do isn't working. You come in and fix it. And
What was his contract?
1.7, 1.5 a year, goes up to 1.75. But if they have a good year this year, they'll have to give him a big raise.
Okay, yeah, that I did not know. That's interesting.
Jack's been stuck up in the nosebleeds, not reading his news. Hey, tell me what you think, Zach. I want to hear your opinion. And Jacob, I'm going to get to a couple of your questions here because I love 2 of them. I'm going to give little Zemer a chance to respond to this, see what he thinks about the Tigers next year.
What am I responding to exactly? Which
What Garrett Riley means for Clemson going forward?
It's been clear that your offense has not been what it used to be, I guess, and I'm talking about from probably, I'd say 2015 to 2020. But you also don't have Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that's not what I asked. But
That is what you asked. You said the new offensive coordinator with the new quarterback, and I'm trying to tell you that you do not have Trevor Lawrence behind center, and you don't have Deshaun Watson behind center. It's not the same game that you're used to playing, and Dabo's had to make adjustments. And I know that DJ has not been what he wants, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying that I don't know if this new kid is going to live up to what it has already been. And I do believe that the TCU offense has been really firing this year. But guess what? What is the Big 12 known for? Not playing defense. Okay. Kansas State beat TCU this year, and you saw what the Tide did to Kansas State. Do I think that is all on the offensive coordinator at TCU. Like not the necessarily tied game, but like, does that affect what I think of the TCU offensive coordinator? Yes, it does. It definitely does. He's in a conference that is not. They're not, I mean, there's a reason that this is the first, time in a long time that they've been in there. It's been Oklahoma for a couple years in and out, but I also think no, we want to see a little bit of grit. We want to see a little bit of grit. So I don't think TCU should have been in the playoff this year, and I think
They
that
won the
your offense will
Skyline game.
improve. I think that your offense will improve, but I don't think that we're gonna see, oh my goodness, yes, like you're gonna put up 44 and 45 on Alabama again because of this new hire.
Okay. I think that the talent level he was working with at TCU is a lot different than what he's going to be working with at Clemson. The speed and strength is going to be a lot different. I know he's got Quentin Johnson, who could be a top
Does
10
have Quentin
pick.
Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as a team, like you can't really compare the pedigree, the star, the hype of Cade Klubnik to Max Duggan. Cade Klubnik has all the tools to be the next Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence. I think Cade Klubnik is great.
So you think of Trevor as a top 10 at least quarterback. So you think that he'll be a top 10 quarterback
I think Cade
in
Klubnik is going to be very good.
in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. We'll give him 5.
That is
You
just
think
not
they
what
can
I'm
do that?
saying. But I'm saying the impact he can have at Clemson can be similar to what those two did.
Trevor did not lose a game for almost 2 years. Now, a lot of that has to do with you had 4 first-round defensive picks, and I mentioned that to you in the 2020 season, and it showed. But you still had Trevor Lawrence.
Played in the NFL, you know.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
not
I'm
saying
just
it's
saying.
I know what you're saying. I'm not saying it's not a different time, but I think they're going to do something this year, and I think early on in the season you will start hearing Klubnik's name pop up in the Heisman conversation. That's my prediction.
Who else do you
Jack,
think is
what
going to
you
be the
got?
Heisman? Question. Also,
I want to hear more. Okay.
Who do we think's going to win the Heisman?
who else do you think's in the Heisman question?
Caleb Williams is definitely in it.
It's confirmed.
Drake May,
He's staying.
he has to, yeah.
Okay. Did you say Drake May? Okay.
Drake May, Sam Hartman,
Okay.
Ty Simpson. Hot take. Nobody knows who he is except people that really pay attention.
I know who he is.
And you're somebody that really pays attention. Ty Simpson's going to be very good. And I think you put Klubnik in there, and I think you put J.J. McCarthy from Michigan in there, and also whoever starts for Georgia, Vandegrift or that other guy's name. They've got 2 5-stars on the bench waiting. Whoever plays for Georgia, they're going to be good because Georgia is insane, and they have the easiest schedule I've actually ever seen this upcoming season. I don't know. Zach, go
They
ahead.
do have a really easy
Pull up Georgia's schedule and read it. It is crazy.
I haven't even looked.
maybe
I don't think I want to.
They
I think you
might
just
not
said
play
that.
a single ranked team. I'm not kidding.
Oh my god, dude.
They will when they play the SEC championship. We're gonna take them down.
I'm talking about the regular season. That's not out yet. The
I got it
schedule-
right here. I got it pulled up right here. They play UT Martin, Ball State, South Carolina will be ranked. South Carolina will be ranked. UAB, Auburn. Auburn will probably be ranked at that point. I'm telling you. Kentucky. I don't know. Vanderbilt. No. Florida. I don't know how good they're going to be. I don't think they'll be all that great this year. Missouri. Ole Miss. We'll see. I definitely think they upgraded defense. I'm glad Pete Golding left, but they will definitely upgrade defense. Tennessee will be good, as you saw in the bowl game. They will still be good. And Georgia Tech, they haven't been good in a long time. But that's history. That's called rivalry. If nobody knew what that
So
was.
what you're saying is they may play 2 ranked teams. That's all I'm saying, right?
They will play 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 ranked teams. They will at least play 3 ranked teams next year.
South Carolina will probably be ranked, but they have to beat North Carolina in the first game of the year, which is going to be an exciting game in Charlotte.
Yeah, I think they can. I think they. I'm sorry to see that, but they might.
They absolutely could. I think the North Carolina's team is not as good as South Carolina's, but Drake May is a huge difference maker.
Jack, you're awfully quiet. This is a podcast.
I'm
Yeah, Jack,
listening.
tell me
I'm
your.
reading comments. I'm doing it all right now. If you think Georgia is playing 4 ranked teams, you are delusional. That's the SEC coming out of you right there.
Really, I'm
Auburn
sorry,
is
sir.
not going to be ranked.
You're out
Auburn
of your
is
mind.
a mess right now.
I wasn't even including Auburn. I said maybe 4. I said maybe 4. I said 3, maybe 4. My ranked teams are going to be South Carolina, Ole Miss at the end of the year, and Tennessee at the end of the year. Those will be 3 ranked teams when they play Georgia.
Play Tennessee, right? Yeah, Tennessee will be ranked.
They will be 3, maybe 4 teams. That's the. I'm sorry, y'all aren't in a conference. That's the independent out of you.
God, I wish
Yeah, well,
Notre Dame played Alabama next year.
Really?
Or this year.
Really? You got to beat Marshall first.
We
Hey,
were
Nick Norman, if you're
so
out
hurt.
there, I'm herding cattle.
Why are you an Alabama fan? Let's hear that.
Because I'm a front runner and I enjoy my podcast.
Coming at a real fan, and he just admitted he's a front
Really?
runner. Chat, type out.
Oh.
This is ridiculous.
Nope. Nope.
I enjoy my podcast too.
We can't get into personal things on the podcast, but I can admit that I'm a front runner. I have been a front runner. I've been a front runner since 2008. I've been a front runner since 2008. I was 6 years old.
God, dude.
I was 6 years old, and Tim Tebow beat Alabama in the SEC championship. Do you want me to run through the game?
You know who Alabama beat in their first game in 2008?
Oh, Clemson, right?
Killed him. Clemson started off the season number 9. Alabama was barely ranked. Alabama killed
Was
him.
Dabo the wide receiver coach at that time?
He was, yeah.
Wide receiver, right? Wide
Tommy
receiver
Bell.
coach.
Yeah, that was CJ Spiller was there.
See, Jack. See.
That's different.
Oh my goodness. Heck, you know what? I bet I can name all the teams that y'all lost to this year.
Who?
We're
Notre
getting
Dame.
extremely deep into this.
I'm
We're
just
gonna
saying.
get
Now,
personal.
yeah, we are getting a little personal, okay? Nah, but it's all fun. It's all fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 2000? It was 2008. It was 2008, I think.
Oh, we got a
It was.
I guess
We
on
got
the
a question.
topic
Let's
of
just.
college football. Jacob asked, "Does Colorado back up the big recruits they've got this year?"
So Jacob, it's funny you asked that. I brought this up at the end of the last episode. By the way, that episode will be posted on YouTube. This one will also be posted. They will all be posted. We got a schedule going. Zach, I don't know what you just did. I can hear myself echoing. So, anyway, Colorado. I brought this up last time because I just think it's fascinating how quick Dion's able to get some momentum going. He goes there. He gets the number 4 player in McLean play cornerback, and then he's got Jaden Rashad, the number 6 quarterback, flying out to visit. And they ended up with a top 20 class, I think, and he was only there for a month. So
Okay. Zach, you gotta. What's happening?
What?
We can hear ourselves.
did you pull the stream up?
I pulled a stream up.
Me and Austin can
Yeah.
hear ourselves coming out of your computer.
Give me some L's in the chat from those audio difficulties.
There is echo. Yeah.
Yes,
We can
Abigail.
we can
Thank
edit
you.
this out. It doesn't matter.
Abigail, those drawings were something else. By the way, I wish I could
What
put
do
them
you
on
wish?
stream. Bottom guy, such an L. L L.
Bottom guy. That's,
Oh, my Chelsea pushed it. Gavin, I don't want to get off topic.
all right, can y'all still like echo me or no?
Yeah, can you mute yourself while I finish talking, and then when you're talking, go ahead.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
All right. Colorado, Dion, top 6 quarterback. I don't know if he'll end up going there. He probably will. All he wants is money. He's decommitted like 18 million times. Number 1 cornerback, top 20 class. I don't think they're going to do it this year, but I think in a couple years, Colorado's going to be pretty damn good. I'll send it to Jack, and then let Zach unmute himself in a minute when he's out of jail. He can use that get out of jail free card once Jack is done.
Yeah, I have the same opinion of you. I don't think it's going to be an immediate thing with Colorado. I think give them time and they'll be good. I do.
Shadur hasn't played actual teams. I think Shadur is pretty decent though. I mean, keep in mind he was a very high-rated 4-star quarterback. He followed his dad, but he has the talent to play at a big school. I think they'll have 1 or 2 upsets this year. I don't think they're going to beat USC or anything.
That's what I was just thinking.
They could.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they could have a couple wins this year that make you say, okay, Dion at Colorado, but they're not going to beat USC. They're not going to do that.
No. All right, Zach, you can come out of jail.
I'll give it to you now, Zach. Go ahead. I'm going to tell you Colorado beats Utah this upcoming season. That's my take.
I think that I'm not going to spend too much time on this because, like Austin said, we visited this on last week's episode. I think that what Dion has at Colorado, bringing in all these new recruits, I think that it'll be something special, but it will take a little bit of time. It will. That's all I've got. You want to hear more? Like this week's episode.
Question from Rich: is he going to stay longer than 5 years at Colorado? Absolutely not. This is also something we touched on. I think he will be coaching the Florida State Seminoles within 3 years.
I can see it.
He played there. They want to get back to where they were. I could definitely see him doing that.
They have the money.
Yeah, they've got as much
they have money.
Yeah.
God.
Their boosters want to win championships.
Yeah.
There's no reason for them not to. Getting to recruit in Florida.
It's Florida State. Like how I.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I'd rather, I want him to go to Florida State. I do.
I think that would be so exciting.
I'm not even a Florida State fan, but I just think that'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think it would be really exciting. All right, we've been doing this for over an hour, so I say we give chat a couple minutes to give us a few good questions. Nobody cares about the Appalachian State North Carolina game next year, so we're gonna skip that one. But give us.
We've also gotta get rid of some of the people in chat, dude. Yeah, we gotta get rid of some of that crap. We're trying to build something here. We're not trying to go down in 5 episodes.
We're fine. We got rid of it.
Huh?
We got rid of what we're talking about.
Okay.
Chelsea Pooch, please.
Chelsea.
All right. Gavin. Zach mute. Gavin, you already know my answer. For people who don't know who Chelsea is a soccer team in England. Zach or Gavin. As long as Graham Potter is the manager at Chelsea, it's not it. no matter who we sign. But Mudryk, or however you say his name, is I think he'll be good. Next Hazard, maybe,
Yeah.
possibly.
I'm pretty surprised about how, I don't keep up with it as much as you do by any means, but they just like don't ever score ever. So you can't really when you're Chelsea, who's expected to has the tradition of winning, and you just actually can't score a goal. And what is it, like 10 games they've been shut out, like 8 of them or something? It's crazy.
It's very stressful because the amount of money we have spent on players and just getting no results. With all the talent we have, we should be top 3 in the Premier League, but we are, I think, 11th or 10th. So we're not even in the Champions League bracket. But I don't know. It's going to take time. Chelsea's right now is a lot like the Panthers. It's just coaching. But we'll see. Tom Brady to
All right,
Raiders?
we'll go on to
God, I wish.
Good question from Rich. This will be a good one for Zach because he just loves to talk about Tom Brady. Rich Wills asks, Tom Brady to Raiders?
Is it just for me?
This is for you.
I could definitely see it, but what they gave up with Devontae last year, they definitely have to be given up. Oh, well, he is a free agent, is he not? Is he not a free agent this year?
I think he can be whatever he wants to be.
Okay. Well, I still don't know if they're going to really reach as far, and plus Brady still has a limited number of years. I could see it, but there are also a lot of things that could go into it, and I don't know how. I don't know. It's something that I could see, but it's also something that, because of the things that go along with getting a quarterback like Brady, he could just as easily retire because of that.
Yeah, I think it's possible. New stadium. He clearly wants to win, or he would have quit after he won in 2020. Is that when they won, or 2021?
2020.
Yeah. So he wants to win another. I think the Raiders could. I don't think they were that bad off with Derek Carr. I think there's a lot wrong with that team. I don't think Tom Brady solves that issue. But it could be interesting. We got a brand new stadium in Las Vegas. That's a cool place to be. I'm sure he would like to be there, and all single and stuff. Yeah, I think that could be an interesting thought. Good question from Rich there. We'll go one more question. Not about the Alabama quarterback room, because nobody's too worried about that. Ty Simpson's going to be the starter, not Jalen Milroe. Alabama's going to be very good this year. Getting a lot of compliments on my mic and how it's glowing and changing colors. I appreciate that. Spent my mother's hard-earned money on it, so that was really appreciate her helping me out with that, and the nice camera to make me look good. But yeah, if anybody has any more questions, we'll get it answered. If not, we'll wrap it up. We've been going. I really appreciate all of you listening and commenting, being engaged, giving Murr a hard time. JBauer _03 wants some tennis picks. I also saw he called from Australian basketball picks. Jackson, you're gonna have to give me a little more time on that. I'll get into it. You hit me with the tennis picks because you're the tennis guy. But this is a good one, and I'll end off on this one. Masters picks. ESPN's already got commercials for the Masters.
Who's that? Who made that comment?
About what?
J-Bow. Did you say J-Bow?
JBau.
Oh, yeah. I think that's Jackson Bauer, just old friend from high school.
You definitely don't know him.
Oh, really? It's one of your friends?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's hear some Masters picks. Jack, who's winning the Masters this year? I know who you're gonna say, but let's give like a
I'll be realistic.
yeah. Well, let's give an answer, like the right answer, and then let's give a real answer.
All right. Well, the right answer is Eldrick Woods. If you don't know
Yeah,
who that
he's
is,
winning.
that's Tiger
He's
Woods,
winning.
the greatest golfer of all time. Tiger Woods. He'll win by 20 strokes, like he did in what Open was that in 2000 or something?
Yeah.
HV3. Okay, let's not get carried away. My actual pick is what Rich just said. I think Rory gets it done.
Rory could definitely do it. That's the only one he's missing, right? He hasn't won the Masters. He's won the rest of them.
All he needs is the Masters.
Murda,
He'll do it.
who's winning the Masters? Okay, I'll go. Gavin says Tommy Fleetwood. There's just no way you know who that is.
Gavin is a massive Tommy Fleetwood guy.
Really? Okay, I love Fleetwood swing, but he's not going to win the Masters. I think Rahm will win the Masters.
You think
That guy's unstoppable. His handicap, his last 20 tournament rounds, is a plus 13. Oh, there goes Murr. Oh, Murd is back.
Internet problems.
Yeah,
probably.
plus 13 is insane. I think Rahm will win. We'll get a pick from Murr here on the Masters, and then we'll wrap it up. And all you guys clamoring to donate, we'll get you the Venmo to do that. He does have the forgiveness and power of the Callaway paradigm. That is for sure going to help him. If you guys need one, come check me out. Glenwood Avenue, Golf Galaxy. I'll get you fit right up for the Callaway paradigm.
Well, going back to what Jack said, the right answer is Tiger Woods, the best golfer of all time. That's the best thing that Jack said all night.
You're so
but
stupid.
I give him a hard time. But if I had to put something on it, I'd have to go with one of the guys that has won it, or at least has been in one of the top guys. I could see John Rahm doing it. He's playing really well right now. Or maybe Rory, or I heard a name today that I like, Cameron Young, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna give a sleeper pick too. Zalatoris.
Well. Okay.
I could see that. That's not really a sleeper.
No, that's a sleeper pick. You know, when you think of the Masters, you're thinking of guys who really know the course. He's not. He's still a little bit of a sleeper pick.
He's still crazy good.
My sleeper, Tony.
Finau? I like Tony Finau.
I'm a big Tony Finau guy.
Beautiful swing. You guys see the TikToks of his wife following him around?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, she's funny. Yeah. Jordan Spieth from Rich. Yeah, could absolutely see it. Nick Norman.
That's an even better sleeper.
You never know. He gets hot. He can go low.
Wait, did Nick Norman say that, or did someone say Nick Norman? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think those are some good picks there. So we can wrap it up here. Again, super appreciative. Charlie Woods wins chip and putt. Unbelievable.
Before we go, if you want to put anything in the chat and we can look at it for this Friday's session, if you have any good ideas, we would love to hear about that, and we can put it in next week's episode.
Yeah, let us know what you guys want to hear on Friday. We'll be going again Friday, about the same time. Every week, Monday and Friday, we'll go live. We're gonna try and get a Twitch set up because I feel like it's weird streaming Poochie Mama for it.
Mm-hmm.
But we will plug Poochie Mama, who can give you some mean gameplay. We will do that as well. So yeah, if we'll keep those in mind for next week. Yeah, Team Austin will indeed be winning the Kramer Cup again.
Who put that?
Rich did, and if I'm not mistaken, Rich was on Team Murr. So
Yeah. What?
yeah, I don't know about that,
Weird.
but Rich, we'll figure out how to get you on the winning squad next year.
Does he want to be? Does he want me to trade him or something? Like what?
So yeah, I'll give you a first for Rich. That's for sure. Um, all right, yeah. So if you guys feel free to text any of us, what do you want to hear about next week? We'll dive into the conference championship games, give you a breakdown. Hopefully, have more Mahomes news by then. And yeah, just really appreciate you coming out, listening, engaging, commenting. Always be sure to like and subscribe. Uh, yeah, I see you guys wanted to donate 6K, 5K. Please do it. That would be awesome. Um, any donations we get, in all seriousness, if we do get any, I don't necessarily expect any of you to, and I don't want any of you to. Keep your money. In the future, if we do, all of it's going to go straight back into this. We're not going to, somebody sends us $50. We're not going to split it 3 ways and go get dinner. We're going to try and make this as good as we can. So
Maybe.
Yeah, that's it for me. I really appreciate you guys. Hope to see you in a few days when we go again, and I'll let the other two say what they got to say.
Did I got anything?
You know, I think no, I think that it was a good episode today, and look forward to hearing more from the fans, and can't wait for next week's episode or this week's Friday's episode.
Like Austin said, we will get the whole Twitch thing sorted out. We'll make our own in the nosebleeds one. But I guess for the time being, and like I said, I'll get the YouTube info and put it on this stream as well. Yes, we will have merch dropping soon and an OnlyFans for all the 18 pluses in here.
Which surprisingly is not everyone, funny enough. But
we I forgot what I was gonna say. No, the schedule. We have what was it, Monday and Friday?
Friday is probably
will be live. We'd like to get the videos posted Wednesday and Sunday, or Wednesday and Saturday, excuse me, so we can keep a 4-day streak going there. If we can get it out Tuesday, we can. But yeah, and then if we get big, we'll add another day. If you guys keep liking it, definitely easier to find stuff to talk about when you comment and give us ideas. So, like I said, text us anything you want to hear. We'll be sure to cover it. We'll get to that high school golf prediction next episode, I'm sure. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Good night, everyone, and we will catch you Friday.